Hi friend, I hope you have a wonderful week so far. This week's blog is about living a lifestyle of faith, having it part of every part of your life. I was thinking about it the other day and thinking about history, and when you look back at history, a lot of people in the olden days were farming, right? They had their farms and they worked there, but there were no set work hours. They got the work done, and then if somebody walked by the farm and said hello, to spend time together. It's still actually real in a lot of countries of the world, not so much in the Western world. So then the industrialization came in, and with that it affected like everything, because then the family wasn't really together anymore. Like the dad went to work and then the kids, they were at home, and then there was a certain amount of hours that people worked in the factory. So that changed everything in a lot of ways. And when that happened, it created a life of boxes. So we started having those boxes of like work, and then when we get back from work, we're going to spend time with our family, or we do our sports or whatever. And then when that is over, like then we sometimes have our time with Jesus, where we really invest in others, like where we do something missional, or we just love on people or whatever. But it's all in kind of boxes. But when we look at Jesus' life, his life wasn't really in boxes. Like he lived this life. Like when, as an example, when he walked from A to B, he stopped and talked to the lady at the well. He stopped because he was thirsty, and then out of that a conversation happened. Out of that a connection was established. Out of that like a relationship was built, and he was able to minister to her. But there was no box. It just happened because that's part of his life. So I want to encourage all of us like to look into that in our own lives. How can we change things in our lives that we don't build so many boxes? Like, of course, like we can't all just quit our jobs and be like, yeah, we're not going to go to work anymore because that's a box. No, of course not. But we can bring our faith into work, you know, instead of making it a box. Like loving like Jesus and living our faith in everyday life, we can do that everywhere. We don't have to like just be somewhere. Like we can like love like Jesus anywhere we want to, really anywhere we want to, and that's amazing. So when we go to work, we can love people the way Jesus would, or when we're on the way home, we can encourage somebody or whatever. Like instead of having those boxes, dedicated times, let's do it all the time. Let's just make it a lifestyle, make it a point of like really loving people well like Jesus. And wherever we are, if it's like certain moments where we think like, oh, okay, like now I actually should encourage this person, but nah, I don't know if I should because like I'm at work. No, like do it and use every moment to share your faith and break down the boxes. So let's look this week at the areas in our life where we created boxes for our faith, and let's open those boxes and open it up like to be really real and to change things and to be able to live our faith the way Jesus called us to. Have a wonderful week. Bye.